Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. The mighty challenge of COVID-19 is underway. It is putting heavy amount of pressure on the entire globe. Its infection is increasing day by day. The biggest health organization, that is WHO, World Health Organization, is always putting guidelines on the surface to follow these guidelines in order to defeat COVID-19 infection. In India, it is intensity is increasing. 9,000 people died. More than 3 lakh are affected. It is better for nowadays to remain inside our homes because it is pandemic moving around. Dear students, when you remain inside your homes, you have to remain stick to your books so that your valuable time may not get wasted. The government is all set to conduct the examinations of all students in coming months, perhaps online. So you have to prepare yourself through different means to cross this examination in a very good manner. And today we are dealing with the class history, 10th, a very important event in the history of India or national movement of India, that is Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, or we simply called it Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Dear students, Rowlatt Act was passed in 1919, in March 1919. It was an act passed by the British legislation to punish any Indian without any trial, so that stop the political activism in India and national movement in India. Two congressmen, Saifuddin Kichlu and Satya Pal Malik, were arrested by the British people, British troops, and people assembled in Amritsar, a small park which is called Jallianwala Bagh, which had only one entry. They were demonstrating, they were protests against the release of these two congressmen, one Saifuddin Kijlu and another Satyapal Malik. General Dyer was in charge of military affairs, police affairs we may say. He came to the Jallianwala Bagh and ordered his troopers to start to fire on unarmed men. The indiscreet firing, where there thoughtlessly bullets were fired on unarmed Indians. In the same event or same massacre or same tragedy, more than 300 people died, approximately 379 people died. Children were Children got wounded, women too got wounded, and still you can find these bullet marks on the Jallianwala Bagh Park, on the fences of Jallianwala Bagh Park. So it was an inhuman act called by many Britishers also. But General Dyer, in his statement after killing innocent people, called it a calculated act, that I would have shot all Indians dead if ammunition had not exhausted. So, summarizing the fact, on 13th April 1919, on the day of Baisakhi, when General Dyer fired upon unarmed Indians who were demonstrating the release of Satyapal Malik and Saifuddin Kichlu, is termed in the Indian history as Amritsar Massacre or Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. This inhuman act was also called inhuman act by the Britishers, not by the Indians also. Later on, at the age of 75 years, in Asian Association meeting, General Dyer, aged about 75, was killed by Udham Singh, an Indian activist, to take the revenge of Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. Dear students, no doubt the Britishers ruled us for a long period of time, but this act, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, is a horse act and barbaric act that is always remembered because innocent people were killed, children were wounded, elderly men were killed. Now it is a national monument there, Jallianwala Bagh, because people sacrificed there. There was a bloodbath, and summarizing the fact, on 13th April 1919, General Dyer fired upon the unarmed Indians who were demanding the release of Satyapal Malik and Saifuddin Kishlu. But General Dyer, in a statement, said that it was a calculated act. I would have shot dead all Indians if ammunition had not exhausted. Dear students, this question is always asked in board examinations or pre-board examinations. Books are also available with you. Go and see these things on the books, but remain inside your home so that COVID infection may not affect you. It is enough for today because I can't upload more than 100 MB on different social media sites because we are resting on 2G. It is enough for today. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow I shall be live again for next class. And today I have devised a new policy without use of whiteboard. I am giving the class. Through the communication skills, you must learn something. But before leaving class, I am advising you to follow the restrictions, be safe, and take care. Thanks.